The toddler pointed at my grandmother and said one word: dead. My blood turned to ice because Lola had been buried 3 days ago. I grew up in a small mountain village in northern Luzon, Philippines, where the fog never fully lifts, where the old beliefs run deeper than Catholic prayers. My grandmother raised me after my parents died. She taught me which spirits to respect, which to fear. The White Lady was both. According to our village folklore, the White Lady appears before a death. She wears a burial dress. Her face is pale as moonlight. Children under 3 can always see her. Adults only see her when she wants to be seen, when it is too late. Lola died of a heart attack on a Tuesday. We buried her on Friday, following all the proper rituals. Candles burned for 3 nights. We covered all the mirrors. We pinned her photograph with black cloth. I stayed at her house to sort her belongings. The house felt wrong. Too quiet. Too cold. On Sunday evening, my cousin arrived with her 2-year-old daughter, Maya. The child had never met Lola, had never been to this house. Maya walked into the living room. She stopped. Her little body went rigid. Then she pointed past me, toward the kitchen doorway, dead. Maya said, "Lady dead." I turned. No one was there, just shadows and the flickering of prayer candles. But Maya kept pointing, her finger trembling, her eyes locked on something I could not see. My cousin laughed nervously. "She does this sometimes," she said. "Imaginary friends." But I knew better. In our village, we listen to children. They see what we cannot. I knelt down to Maya's level. "Where is the lady?" I asked gently. Maya pointed again. "Behind you, Ate. She wearing white. She smiling." My spine turned to ice water. The temperature in the room dropped. I could see my breath. My cousin saw it too. Her smile vanished. "We need to leave," she whispered. She scooped up Maya, but the child started screaming, thrashing in her mother's arms. "No, no, no! Lola coming! Lola walking!" I spun around. Still nothing. Just the empty doorway. But I heard it. Footsteps. The familiar shuffle of my grandmother's slippers on the bamboo floor. The same sound I had heard every morning of my childhood. Impossible. We burned those slippers with her other belongings. Maya was hysterical now, screaming words between sobs. "Lola angry! Lola wants Ate! She says you forgot!" My cousin ran for the door. It would not open. The handle turned, but the door stayed shut, like something was holding it from the other side. The candles all went out at once, plunging us into darkness. Only the weak moonlight through the windows remained. That is when I saw her, not directly, but in the reflection of the glass cabinet. My grandmother, standing in her white burial dress, the one we had dressed her in for the wake. Her face was gray. Her eyes were black pits. Her mouth was open too wide, smiling. I remembered then what I had forgotten. Lola's last words to me in the hospital. "Promise me, Anak. Promise you will say the novena prayers for 9 days." I had forgotten. In my grief, in the chaos of the funeral, I had not said the prayers to guide her soul, and now she was trapped, caught between worlds, angry. "I am sorry, Lola," I whispered. "I am so sorry." The reflection moved. Closer. I could smell her now. Flowers and earth and decay. Behind me, my cousin was praying frantically. "Hail Mary, full of grace." Maya had gone silent. I did not turn around. I kept my eyes on the reflection. Lola's mouth moved, but the voice that came out was wrong. Layered. Multiple voices speaking as one. "You forgot me. You left me in the dark. I will never forget. I closed my eyes and began the prayers, the ones Lola had taught me as a child, for protection, for the dead who wander, for souls who cannot rest. I felt cold fingers brush the back of my neck, smelled her breath, rotten and sweet. But I kept praying, louder. My cousin joined me, our voices rising together in the darkness. The pressure built, like the air before a typhoon. The windows rattled, the floorboards creaked. Then, silence. The door swung open. I opened my eyes. The reflection was gone. We ran. My cousin Maya and I fled into the night. We did not stop until we reached the church in the village center. The priest found us there at dawn, shaking, exhausted. He listened to our story, his face grave. He had seen this before. I completed the 9-day novena, every single prayer, every single day. On the 9th night, I returned to Lola's house, with the priest, with holy water and blessed candles. The house felt different, peaceful. We found evidence of her visit, muddy footprints leading from the kitchen to where I had been standing, the exact size and shape of my grandmother's feet. The cabinet mirror was cracked, in the shape of a handprint, too large to be human. The priest blessed the house. We buried Lola's belongings properly this time, with the correct prayers. I sold the house the following month, moved to Manila. But I learned something that night. In my village, we have a saying, "The dead do not rest until the living remember." I will never forget again. Last week, my cousin called me. Maya is 5 now. She still talks about that night, about the lady in white, about Lola's smile. But she says something else too, something we never told her. She says Lola forgave me, that she saw Lola smile differently before she disappeared. A real smile, not the terrible grin from that night. I want to believe that is true, that Lola found peace. But sometimes, in my apartment in the city, I smell sampaguita flowers, Lola's favorite, and I hear slippers shuffling on the floor. When that happens, I pray. And I remember. Always remember. Because forgetting the dead is the most dangerous thing you can do. They will make sure you never